Namaskar. Welcome to a new episode of Vande Mataram, the story of India's brave hearts. Sri Aurobindo was born in Calcutta on 15th August 1872. In 1879, at the age of 7, he was taken with his two elder brothers to England for education and lived there for 14 years. In 1890, he passed the open competition for Indian civil service, but at the end of 2 years of probation failed to present himself at the writing examination and was disqualified for the service. Sri Aurobindo served 13 years from 1893 to 1906 in the Baroda service, first in the Revenue Department and in the Secretariat work for the Maharaja. Afterwards, as Professor of English and finally Vice Principal in the Baroda College. The outbreak of the agitation against the partition of Bengal in 1905 gave him the opportunity to give up the Baroda service and join openly in the political movement. He left Baroda in 1906 and went to Calcutta as the principal of the newly founded Bengal National College. The political action of Sri Aurobindo covered 8 years from 1902 to 1910. In 1906, Sri Aurobindo came to Bengal with this purpose and joined the new party. The newly founded daily, the Vande Mataram, whose policy from the beginning of 1907 till its abrupt winding up in 1908, when Sri Aurobindo was in prison, was wholly directed by him, circulated almost immediately all over India. Sri Aurobindo was prosecuted for sedition in 1907 and acquitted. He presided over the Nationalist Conference at Surat in 1907, where in the forceful clash of two equal parties, the Congress was broken to pieces. In May 1908, he was arrested in the Alipur conspiracy case as implicated in the doings of the revolutionary group led by his brother Barindra. But no evidence of any value could be established against him, and in this case too, he was acquitted. After a detention of 1 year as under trial prisoner in the Alipur jail, he came out in May 1909. In February 1910, he withdrew to a secret retirement at Chandanapur and in the beginning of April sailed to Pondicherry in French India. In 1914, he began the publication of a philosophical monthly, the Arya. Most of his important works, The Life Divine, The Synthesis of Yoga, Essays on the Gita, the Isha Upanishad, appeared serially in the Arya. These works embodied much of the inner knowledge that had come to him in his practice of yoga. Others were concerned with the spirit and significance of Indian civilization and culture, the true meaning of the Vedas, the progress of human society, the nature and evolution of poetry, the possibility of the unification of the human race. It may be noted that in spite of his official retirement from politics, Sri Aurobindo was one of the very few major public figures in India who recognized how serious the consequences of a victory of Nazi Germany and Japan would have been for the future development of human civilization. And during the Second World War, he gave his full support to the Allied war effort. Sri Aurobindo passed away on 5th December 1950 in Pondicherry, age 78. Sri Aurobindo influenced many leaders. One such leader is Subhash Chandra Bose. Bose writes, "The illustrious example of Aurobindo Ghosh looms large before my vision. I feel that I am ready to make the sacrifice which that example demands of me." Thank you. Namaskar.